and talk about scenes and nodes in Godot, because this is an essential part in how you should use Godot. So first, we've already kind of talked about it, but first of all, a node is one of these. So let's go ahead and see what type of nodes we have. So if you look here, it kind of goes by like parent and child and how this is laid out. So all of these inherit from the node class because they're all nodes. Spatial nodes are 3D nodes to be used in a 3D environment. Control nodes are graphical user interface nodes. So this is like your buttons, your labels, that sort of thing. 2D nodes are for the 2D environment. So some of them do overlap, like camera. You have a 2D or a 3D camera and then also a 2D camera. So they're different and they're used for different situations for 2D or 3D, but it's kind of, there's a little bit of overlap here. So from there, let's go ahead and just create a node. And so something to note is, if you see there, that was like to create a scene node. And that's just because a scene is just a root node that has children, okay? And you can save it by pressing Command S. And then as you can see, it names it main here because that's what my root node is named. So we can add a child node. So let's add, let's just go with the spatial node. And here, let's name this block. And so underneath that, we can add a mesh. So as you can see, mesh instance inherits from the spatial node. So that means that the mesh, so a spatial node has all 3D properties. So this would be like size, location, rotation in the X, Y, and Z. So mesh instance will also inherit those attributes. So let's go ahead and create that. And mesh instance gets a little more specific than spatial because it's a mesh, so we can actually add a mesh to it. So these are just the primitive types inside of Godot. You can also load your own for like characters and stuff from Blender. But let's go ahead, let's create a cube because that's what I called it. And so here you can see that you have this mesh instance.